some rain the last couple of days, but this pitch is typically lightning fast. And Valpo in the gold jerseys gets it going. Strickland just about started things off. Excuse me, that was Mia Booker. Yep. Almost got it going with a takeaway right there. Robertson plays it back. One thing the Cats have been able to do as well, Gretchen, is they've been able to win games early in this preseason and play a lot of people. They played 20 last time out at Murray State.
Yeah, and that's an important thing to have multiple people that can come off the bench and keep the level of play the same.
The thing about it, too, is, you know, you can have a whole bunch of really outstanding players, but some players just don't play well together, so you find out those those combinations. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to find out early on, like, who works well together. A lot of different players have a lot of different styles, so finding who plays well together and who kind of can get in the groove together is important early on.
Wildcats now in the attacking end. And Anna Young looking to switch the field. Robertson coming up from the back. And that ball just a bit too far on the far side. I believe that was Grace Hoytnick who couldn't get to it. First touch for Mars Josephson. There's a takeaway, and here's Strickland. Leaves it on the far side. Rhodes right there at the top of the box, and it'll be a Kentucky throw-in. Bookert. And we'll do it again. Of course, the Wildcats 2-0 this year. Troy Fabiano had a lot of those head-shaking moments last year, but he did get the 7 non-conference wins, Gretchen.
He did, and looking into this year, he wants to continue that streak, I'm sure.
They certainly conceded some goals in SEC play, and that's something that they very purposefully tried to address in the offseason.
Yeah, the SEC is good every single year with a lot of good goal scorers, so I'm sure they worked on that in the spring and are ready this season to come back and be better defensively.
Booker couldn't keep control on the throw-in. And Young now starts it the other way. But Valpo has played very well here in the early going.
Yeah, putting pressure on Kentucky immediately.
That's Nicole Norfolk. Nice back heel there from Lindsay DeSatko.
DeSatko's 2-time all-conference forward for Valpo.
Just another nice touch from Grace Philpotts. The transfer from DePaul.
She has 2 assists to Jordan Rhodes this season.
I'm telling you, she has been a great addition to this team. Trying to turn the corner, and that'll be the first corner of this match. And there you see Philpotts, and she'll be going over there to take that corner with the left foot, which will swing in toward the goal. Philpotts, a senior from from Fenton, Michigan. And so you're always looking. So how do you like this lineup here? They've got Henschler, they've got Kennedy Chambers, they've of course got Rhodes, and then they've got Robertson lined up 4 across. That was not Philpotts' best delivery. Not a lot of wind today, but it's blown in toward that goal mouth. Oh my gosh. That ball was going right at the keeper.
Great effort by Tanner Strickland there.
Wait, she is just so athletic. She is always around the ball. And all she was trying to do was put a foot on it and misdirect it. Because Coryell was there for it. But that was an excellent play all the way around. Valpo now trying to start it the other way. Here's that last shot, which was a near goal.
And good effort by Mia Bookert there as well.
So Bookert with that delivery. I mean, it was right. Coryell was in perfect position, but a great instinctive move by Strickland to try and redirect. Rhodes gets it back to Young. Nice turn there, but Dana Fish couldn't control. And Philpotts with a throw. Handball. That will be called against Fish. Philpotts off the set piece. That was an excellent delivery.
It's a good ball.
Henschler got a head on it, but the flag goes up on the far side. And Kentucky was offsides. Wildcats with the only shot of the game. It was not on goal. And now Fabiano is going to make a couple of early substitutions. How about like 3 of them? This looks like it's going to be another one of those hockey things. Look like it might be 4. And here come the Beacons the other way. That's DeSatko. Boy, she went down in the box, and the referee says no call. Boy, and John Maravich not happy, and all he's asking for is an explanation. What do you think?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I could see it going either way.
Yeah, it kind of looked like that. You know, it was an old. I know it's unusual to make a horse racing analogy here in Kentucky, but it's like two thoroughbreds trying to get to the same spot. Boy, that ball is loose in front. Wow, how did that ball get through?
Yeah, that's where Kentucky's back line has to stay switched on.
Here you see Kennedy Chambers, and boy, that was incredibly dangerous. Nice ball from Young. Wow, that's going to be a foul on the far side, but probably shouldn't have gotten to that point, but that is a ball. That Grace Hoytnick has got to come back and meet. Here's Chambers now on the near side. Henschler tried to get it into Rhodes, but knocked away nicely.
Unfortunate slip.
Fish trying to deliver it, but Henschler there again, and she relieves the pressure. Longer a match like this goes like this, the more confidence a team like Valpo gets, right?
Yep.
What do you see from the Cats early on?
I think the Cats have done a better job this game at being patient with the ball, keeping possession. It looked like in the first couple games they were a little desperate to score in the wrong moments. So I can actually appreciate the time they're taking to keep the ball.
Chambers got that one right at the top of the box as we saw another player slip. And now Philpott's trying to work it the other way. Nicely done.
Good ball by Philpotts.
Wildcats on side, but can't convert. That was Maya Lacanato who got loose. And Lacanato with the throw.
Go out for a goal kick.
Nikki Coryell. Boy, how difficult is it to be a three-time Keeper of the Year in your conference?
Yeah, that's right. And just having a great goalkeeper that you can trust between the posts is really important for a team defensively.
And Gretchen, you talked earlier about you don't get an appreciation for how large this Kentucky squad is by numbers until you see them before the game, but 12 transfers coming in as well.
Yeah, and that's why, like we talked about earlier, it's good that a bunch of players are getting time so that these new transfers can all get used to playing together.
Little miscommunication there. And again, it just, I don't know. It just seems like there have been a number of, this is a bad thing to do when you're announcing a game. You're supposed to be able to say things, right? I don't know what it is. They're
not clicking yet.
Well, it's like they've had some touches that, like, what is the purpose of the touch? Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they definitely need to be more intentional with the ball.
That's it. See, that's why you're here. So we saw those other players look like they were coming in, but I think now we are, in fact, going to have our first substitution. So a set piece for the Beacons in the attack end, and here's Allie Anderson, who we talked about pregame. That's a nice ball toward the back post at the top of the box.
Jordan Rhodes heads it away.
A lot of contact, nothing intentional. Just has not been a very clean, free-flowing game in this first 17 minutes.
Yeah, definitely been a bit choppy.
As a player, as a coach, as a team, how do you try to get out of that choppiness when it comes?
You know, sometimes it's just a part of the game. They just really got to take the time to find their rhythm. And like I've said, you know, early on in the season, sometimes they're still kind of finding that rhythm.
Sure. Shot is wide. So the Wildcats will now get that substitution in. Number 12, Taya Jorth. Transfer from Florida State. She'll replace Kennedy Chambers. And a giveaway in the wrong end. And the Wildcats get it back, and Jorth. Boy, that is just Lockignato with a nice control there. So this team just needs something to happen to get them back in that rhythm, as you talked about. Seems like there's nothing easy right now. But the good news is there's still a scoreless match, right?
Yeah, lots of time left in the game.
That's going to be a dangerous kick. And another set piece for the Beacons. That one flicked back toward the goal mouth inadvertently by Robertson. And that's Anderson, who had her foot on the ball for a minute. That's a shot! Upper top left. And Valpo gets on the board first.
Looks like it's number 10, Addie Joyner.
And I'm not sure whether Josephson got screened or what. But I mean,
great finish.
She didn't have to one-time it or anything. She was able to take a look at it. And let's take a look and see exactly what happened. Walk us through it.
And that's a great first touch. Just an excellent finish.
Wow.
Not much Mars can do on that.
But I mean, there's like nobody in front of Josephson. So that comes at the 19-17 mark. And the Wildcats find themselves trailing 1-0. Sophia Caruso, 29, checked in for Robertson right after that goal. And Jordan got that header and pushed it just wide. Valpo again threatening. Handball, illegal touch, same thing, right?
Same thing.
Whatever they called. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
I think it may have been offsides.
Oh, I didn't see the flag up.
Come back from an offsides position.
It's Caruso who wins one in the air. Valpo with all kinds of confidence right now.
It's good recovery by Jordan Rhodes.
Boy, and that is Anderson who has been marking Strickland, and she's done a nice job on her to this point. And so Valpo coming in with a 2-1 record. Number 2 pick.
18 returners.
Right. And that's like 80% of their conference scoring, right? Much different than the situation Kentucky's in. Caruso commits the foul. That's the 5th foul against the Wildcats, just 1 against Valpo. Phil Potts will now put it in play. Henschler now trying to create from the back. Trying to slip it through is Strickland. And Jorth will reset. Phil Potts trying to cross it right to the middle. Boy, those two, they know where each other are.
Dynamic duo right there.
They know where they are at all times, right?
Phil Potts again.
She delivers all the set pieces for the Cats. She's not only got the big leg, but I think she's got great touch as well.
Yeah, she's definitely come on with this team and made an immediate impact. Good ball.
Yeah, right to Jordan Rhodes. Boy, I mean, she knew exactly where she was going to be and delivered it. And Rhodes just couldn't square it up.
We'll look at this again.
Felt like she should have delivered something better with that ball, did Rhodes. And based on her performance, you can see that. So we've just passed the midway point here of the first half. Valpo on top of Kentucky 1-0. Dave Baker and the former Wildcat great Gretchen Mills here with you at the Wendell and Vicki Bell Soccer Complex on the UK campus. Valpo coming in with a record of 2-1, and the Wildcats looking to go 3-0. But if that happens, they'll have to do it in comeback fashion.
Hey, go, Aubrey! Go! Go! Aubrey!
Ramey gets it back. And that time too far for her as they were playing a little two-man game. Substitutions coming in. Alpha's daughter comes in for the Wildcats. She will replace Mia Booker. And 31, Abby White, replaces Daisy Boardman for Valpo.
Good step by Olfa.
Rhodes trying to get it back to Alpha's daughter. Nice centering pass.
There's Nikki Coriel there to pick it up.
Yes, she is.
Olfa's daughter comes in bringing some energy to this offense, which is good.
It's a different sort of look. And then, like you said, those fresh legs always help. Another set piece for Valpo. Nicole Norfolk will take it. Cleared for a moment. That play started nicely by Young. Four shots for the Wildcats, none on goal. Only one shot for Valpo, and it found the back
ball.
of the net, and Rhodes
What
right
a
at that
finish.
moment. They kept going to her. She missed the last flick as she couldn't square it up. And boy, you're doing something awfully good when you get it past Nikki Coriel. 4 goals on the season for Kentucky. All 4 scored by Jordan Rhodes.
And that's a great ball by Olfa. She tracks the ball down, crosses it in, right for Jordan.
Boy, and Nikki Coriel letting her defense hear about it.
And that's Jordan's 40th goal of her career.
That was Allie Anderson, who was back down there trying to help out. And I'm sure what Nikki Coriel is upset about is you see all those defenders, and none of them were marking Kentucky's primary target. Maria Castaldo checks in for Kentucky, 35. So it's Rhodes with a goal. The assist goes to Alpha's daughter. Cassidy Eckstein checks in for Valpo, as does Sam Gutunis, who replaces Ray Chase. It's got to be a card, right? Yeah, that was a little more than a foul. So I believe that was Strickland that was trying to create. And so Cassidy Eckstein, who's been in just for a hot minute, gets called for the yellow card. And you can see Strickland's got a little bit of case of the goo. Let's see if that takes her. And now a yellow card has been assessed to the Valpo bench. And it was Coach John Maravich. As you can see him talking to our alternate, but I mean that's a tug of the jersey, right? And that was going to be an immediate yellow. So Jordan Rhodes gets it in the 29th minute. It's her 4th of the year as Maravich continues making his case. That continues to move her up the ladder. Second on the UK list. So Rhodes officially with 4 shots on the day. And she gets the 4th one to go in and tie this up at 1-1. Nice step in there by the Valpo defense. It's Aubrey Ramey here on the near side, who I think's played a really nice first half for them. Rhodes is onside. No, now the flag goes up. Boy, that flag went up late. I think it was a good call, but it just went up late because I saw Rhodes release. Castaldo won that one in the air at midfield. Rhodes had it taken away from her by Eckstein, who just checked in. Nice step in by Jorth. You know, sometimes, Gretchen, when people are asking, what is this coach doing, right? I mean, if you're not there every day, you really don't know, right?
No.
Like, Alpha's daughter has made a really big difference with this second unit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, she's showing more speed than she has in the past. It's obviously something the coaching staff saw. But, I mean, man, she's getting her done.
Yeah, she just got her first assist of the season, and a player that can come in off the bench and make an immediate impact are very important players to have on your team.
No question. I mean, how many years did you play with Alpha?
2.
2, I thought.
Played with her for 2 years.
She changed her body. She looks completely different than when she came here, right?
She is a workhorse. That girl can run forever. And she runs fastest after she scores.
Funny how that happens, isn't it? Sydney Nato, number 20, just checked in to the Kentucky lineup to give Grace Philpotts a rest. Sydney Nato wearing number 19. as we're into the 33rd minute. And that's going to be a foul against Zasotko. That'll even the fouls at 5 each. Rhodes got turned around for just a minute.
It's a dangerous clearance.
That's kind of, and that'll be a corner for the Cats. That ball was just like kind of a center fielder getting turned around, you know, trying to, or a wide receiver trying to find the ball on a bomb. So this is the first time that Philpotts has not been in. So we thought it was going to be Sydney Nato, but it's going to be Alpa's daughter. And that makes sense. She'll kick it here from the near side. With the right foot, it'll be swinging in toward the goal mouth. And there's that same formation again for the Cats. Another good ball.
Nikki Coryell coming out, punching that one away.
That is a brave play right there. And that's somebody that's got a lot of confidence, and certainly she deserves to have that. That ball blocked as Young tried to center.
That's a good step by number 16, Nicole Norfolk.
Strickland takes it back to Young. And she boots it out of bounds. Another substitution for Valpo, 33, Juliana DeSimone. Replaces Zasotko. Young wins it in the air. So Valpo was on task early. They got the one goal. And that, in a lineup change, seemed to have woken the Cats up.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. It seemed like after that goal, they kind of woke up and started doing some things offensively.
Okay, now we don't want you to give away any state secrets or anything, right?
Of course.
But as a college student who lives life on Saturday night,
Yes.
did you find the Sunday 1 p.m. games to be difficult?
I think any midday games are difficult. You're in the heat of the day. I always struggled with middays.
Right?
You're a little tired from the Thursday night game.
And remember, this time, you know, that's a great point, too. Second game of a weekend.
Yep.
They had, it's about a easy 4.5 hour bus ride down to Murray and back.
Yep.
So they got back late on Thursday night, probably didn't do a lot Friday, right? I'm guessing?
Yep. And there's things like you got to wake up a little earlier on a Sunday, change your eating schedule. So I always found midday games to be tough.
You just shone under the lights is what it was, right? Don't be humble. That ball headed toward the goal mouth. I like Peyton Adkins, who's here with us. I mean, she was probably outstanding in afternoon games, right?
Yeah, unlike me.
She wasn't going to be doing anything on Saturday night, right? She was studying.
She was studying. Yeah.
That's right.
Good recovery by Jordan Rhodes.
Substitution getting set for Valpo. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, it'll be Kentucky's ball. And there's a whistle. And that's going to be a warning. Saw the referee going over there, and I thought it was going to be a card for a second, but he issued the warning. I'm trying to see who that was to. I believe it was to Fish, number 19.
Becky Henschler.
Henschler, oh, right across the goal mouth. And I believe that was Strickland on the backside who just couldn't knock it home. Another great delivery by somebody you wouldn't think in Henschler.
Caruso.
That was Henschler, was it, or was it?
Sophia Caruso pays that original ball in. And then Henschler, patient, gets the cross off.
Great delivery, and credit, I can't check out the number of the defender there. There it was 8. It was Eckstein. Credit Eckstein for continuing to put the pressure on. So Peyton Evans checked in for Molly O'Rear. And Caitlin Fishnick with her first action of the day, checking in for Jordan Rhodes. As we got about 6 minutes left in the half. Sixteen players so far for Troy Fabiano in the first half. He's getting ready to bring in his 17th in the form of Ella Kane. And this is going to be a card. Second card, make that the third card issued against Valpo. That one goes against
Psych number 3.
Sam Gatunis. So Gatunis has gotten a yellow. Eckstein has gotten a yellow. And so has the head coach, John Maravich. Cats trying to get it in quickly, but they've got a substitution. So it's Ella Kane who checks in for Maya Lacanato. Had a nice half. Nice job there by Fishnick. And a really nice ball from Anna Young. Curved it right through that Valpo defense. That was a pretty delivery on a long ball.
Great ball.
Just past the 40-minute mark. So another Kentucky corner. This will be the fourth corner for Kentucky. Valpo has not had one yet. Again, another nice ball. Rhodes wasn't in there, but good delivery and good play. Nato delivered that one with the left foot. Well, that's a nice job by the Kentucky defense in the mid, because down here, DeSimone was all alone. .25, Claudia Najera getting set to check in as well. And a nice play again by Young. This is probably, in my opinion, the best I've seen Annie Young play this year, and she's been really solid. There she is on the ball again. 3 minutes now to go in half number 1. And boy, that's a bad giveaway to Fish. Josephson couldn't clear it, but the defense in front of her bails her out again. comes Strickland. Nice ball across the way. Wildcats with numbers, and
looks like Ella Kane on that one.
Yep. And as we mentioned, in comes Claudia Najera. She's going to replace Tanner Strickland. Boy, she just plays so darn hard. I mean, she is always sprinting. She has got a tenacity about her.
Yeah, she's a box-to-box player.
Fishnick battling on the far side. Boy, you know, I like that ball right there. I mean, Coriel is really, really good, but I love the short hop ball because it's so difficult to gauge. And again, it was Alpha's daughter with another good decision. Ball in front, and it's cleared out as we're at about the 30-second mark. That's another nice delivery. Wow. And I thought Coriel might sit on that one for a second with 30 seconds left in the half. And now Kentucky gets it back, and they're going to try to come at her one more time. Nice stop at the end line. Final seconds. And here's Alpha's daughter again.
Good last-minute effort by Alpha.
Oh, by the time they did it, I don't think she had completely made up her mind that she was coming back. And so Kentucky now in the home white. First possession of the second half. Grace Hoytnick gets the start in the back. So it looks like that Troy Fabiano is pretty much going with that unit that he had in there for the second part of the first half, with the exception of Alpha's daughter. Phil Potts is back in there. Jorth is in there. Caruso, who I'm not exactly sure what she did. Maria Castaldo, excuse me. You know, must not be a serious injury, but 29 has that brace on her left forearm.
And that is 29, Sophia Caruso, at that holding mid position.
And she came in and did a nice job. That is a position that to this point in the year, and there you see that brace has been held down for the most part by Peyton Robertson. But again, that's what Troy Fabiano can do with this depth that he's got. Like I said, they played 20 against Murray. They played 19 players in the first half.
Yeah, especially in these Sunday games, it's good to have subs that can come off the bench and like I said before, make an impact.
I thought he made another good point too. But like we said, we talked about the heat having broken, but heavy legs, long bus ride to and back from Murray, and it takes a toll. Boy, there's a turn that could be trouble. And is that going to be the?
Looks like the ball was already out.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is that going to be the first goal kick of the day, or first corner? Kentucky has got 3 corners, none for Valpo. Strickland tried to control it and couldn't. You see her frustration. Philpotts with the throw. And that one went off Booker. Sometimes you just can't get out of the way, right? That was a tough shot. Eerily similar to the first part of the first half.
Feeling like they can't connect.
And so much of the activity taking place in the midfield. Whitenick continues pushing it down the field. And now Coryell will start it the other way.
I feel like apart from Kentucky's goal, they haven't really tested Nikki Coryell too much in this game.
There's a whistle.
Looks like we'll get another in-swinger.
See what happened. Oh yeah, just came up on the back of her. That has happened to Lacanato a couple of different times. And as you mentioned, Grace Philpotts will take the kick. Boy, and that is a really good ball. There's Rhodes again. And they say there's a foul on the play. A lot of bodies in there. They said Strickland did it. You can see she does not agree. She's saying her jersey was pulled. Just tough to see in all that, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, those are a couple of passes that could have been picked off.
Yeah, and that's good organized pressure from Kentucky as well.
Rhodes now trying to create. Really strong on that end line. Whitenick with a left foot.
Good ball.
Boy, and they tried to go to Strickland again, or no, that was Booker. And that back line for Valpo has played well together. And there's going to be another foul. That one looked like it was out of frustration on the part of Dusatko.
That's a good defensive play by number 12.
Jorth keeping Dusatko away from that ball. Boy, and that is really good defense on the part of Daisy Boardman. Wildcats get it back, though. They've actually changed the formation again. They put Rhodes out wide. And she just couldn't catch up with that ball. Strickland just kind of tossed aside there as Allie Anderson, who's had big-time offensive production, has been held in check for most of the day today. She does not have a shot today. But again, remember now, the only shot that Valpo has is the one that Addie Joyner put in the back of the net. There you see John Maravich, the coach, who has expressed his displeasure with several calls today, and he's kind of self-governing himself by moving away from that fourth official. You won't know this answer, but what was it that Clint Eastwood said in the movie? Man's got to know his limitations.
I did not know that.
I knew you did not know that for some strange reason. You've got to play through every whistle, right? I mean, you got to do that, but it just, this is becoming progressively more physical.
It's getting a little chippy for sure.
Again, not saying it's one-sided or anything. I mean, Valpo's been whistled for 9 fouls, Kentucky for 7. But I guess as a player, if they're going to call it like this, you just hope they call it like this the whole match, right?
Yeah, consistency is probably what a player can appreciate most out of a referee.
Nice turn by Booker. And it's knocked away from her, and that'll be a Wildcat corner. Like I said, Philpotts takes most of those with the left foot. Let's see, I believe it'll be Booker with the right. And again, if you look at the far side of the goal, there's that Kentucky formation. It'll now be Castaldo, Jorth, Henschler, and Jordan Rhodes. You see him right the 4 to the right of the goal mouth. Here comes the delivery. And Rhodes was right there, but nice play by the defense. That's a great look. Boy, when that ball went to, I'm sorry, I keep getting Caruso and Castaldo confused. That was Caruso who was there. But I thought when Philpotts got it on her foot, it was going to be real trouble. Boy, just whizzed it past.
Ball.
Here comes Valpo now with their best chance of the second half. And for the moment, the Kentucky defense is up to the challenge. Oh, and there's contact in the box. I think that was a good no call, though. I believe that was. That ball was loose in front. That was Grace Hoytnick who was there. And I didn't think it would take long. But Ulfa Ulfersdottir, who was a difference maker in the first half, set to check back in at her next opportunity. Rhodes still there, gets a step, and now she goes down. And is there going to be a card? Referee signals to stop the clock, and yes, there will be.
That one's on number 16, Nicole Norfolk. Jordan does really well to cut inside of this defender, put her on the outside.
So that's the third yellow card against Valpo players. Of course, the bench got one as well. And this has got to be a great opportunity for the Wildcats, because I will be shocked beyond belief if Philpotts doesn't deliver a great ball right here. So the Wildcats you see lined up in a row there just outside the box. It's almost like they're trying to set a screen. Henschler at the back post. And once again, Coryell
Does good to come out on that one.
Oh, boy. Showing exactly why she's so good. And a whistle here on the near side, and that's going to be offsides against the Wildcats.
Nikki Coria with 20 clean sheets in her career.
50 games played. I mean, and that's not always a guarantee because the way she plays back there, you could see her getting nicked up or... Hard played match, but I'll defer to you having played. This seems to me the time when those really heavy legs from the second game of the weekend show up in the second half of the second game of the weekend.
Yeah, when you start to get fatigued mentally and physically, you're more likely to do some of those silly fouls that you otherwise wouldn't be doing.
Wildcats throwing in again. Boy, Rhodes knocked off the ball there nicely by Ramey. And now she gets her opportunity, and here comes Ulfa's daughter.
Ulfa's daughter, replacing number 7, Mia Buckard.
Maya Lacagnato thought she was coming out, but it's Mia Buckard who comes out.
Norfolk will stay in on this right side.
When they want Ulfa's daughter to have the ball on her foot. And you can understand why, the way she played in the first half.
Yeah, like I said before, she brought a lot of energy to that first half, and I'm sure she'll do it again the second half.
Again, the ball booted out of bounds by Valpo. As we're into the 60th minute. Bad step there. And then a foul on Lacagnato, and she's going to get a yellow card for an unsporting.
Yellow card assessed to Kentucky player number 26, Maya Lacagnato.
Eckstein. A little too far on the far side. When you can hear Troy Fabiano with those instructions, trying to get people in the right places.
Yeah, one thing he mentioned was not to go until you're ready, and pressing as a unit is imperative, because if you're not pressing as a unit, it's easily broken down.
You're leaving holes in the defense, right?
Yep.
Setting up bigger passing
Yep.
lanes.
You got your forwards running around, wasting energy if you're not all set to go.
So substitutions for Valpo. 17, Molly O'Rear. 25, Chase Ray come back into the game. Peyton Evans, Cassidy Eckstein go out.
Philpotts does good to keep it.
Because am I right? Ulfa's daughter's primarily been like a mid defensive player. She hadn't been truly into defense, but she's been more of a mid than she has a forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely offensive minded, but can play both.
Lacagnato couldn't get to it. Abby White starts it the other way. DeSatko now has it. And she's got O'Rear filling the middle, but
And she's there.
she's there. Not her best touch, though, to try to clear it. Man, that was a nice play on the far sideline. I believe that was Jorth again, who's really played well today.
Yeah.
Strickland has Ulfa's daughter down here on the near side. Phil Potts now gets it to her. Ulfa's daughter stays with it. Goes to the back post. Nice idea. She just couldn't get any turn on that ball with the left foot, but
A little too much on it, but like you said, good idea. And that's good by Grace Hoytnick to drive with that ball and draw the defenders in.
I mean, I don't want to overstate this, but I mean, if you saw a picture of Ulfa's daughter as a freshman, she does not look like the same person.
Yeah, I think she's definitely worked to get herself fit and
She's
become the best player she can be.
She's really done a great job. I just feel so happy for her.
Yeah.
Not that she was out of shape or anything,
No.
but I mean, it's just a whole physical transformation to allow her to do these things now that she couldn't do before.
Yeah. Yeah, now she's able to make an impact offensively and defensively.
Anderson has it on the throw-in. And that's a nice play by the Kentucky defense. Challenging every pass.
Good step by Jorth.
And that's going to be a foul.
In a dangerous spot, too.
Boy, and Strickland, I keep saying it, she's continued to work her tail off today, but boy, it has been a rough day for this freshman. And so the question is, who takes the kick? Is it Anderson? Or is it Abby White who's there? It's going to be Anderson. They've got a big target down low in Chase Ray. Henschler couldn't square it up and get it the other way. That ball is blocked nicely. And by golly, that was Ulfa's daughter again.
Mars Josephson hasn't had to be too active this game.
No, she has not. Only shot that they got off got past her. And Kentucky trying to go in a hurry on the throw-in. Wow, that's a shoulder. That's got to be a card, doesn't it?
Foul on freshman Anna Cup.
I mean, it's almost like a cross-body block, and she's going to get a card. I mean, wait till you see this replay. I mean, again, I don't think it was anything intentional. It's a dangerous play.
Another yellow.
Is that one on Anderson? No, I don't think so. Take a look at this. I mean, that's a shoulder and a hip check.
Definitely a yellow.
No protest at all from the Valpo bench. They did give that card to Anderson?
I believe it was for Anna Cup.
Well, I thought it was too. But he was talking to Anderson. I don't know. It was Cup. And so right back comes Valpo. They do exactly what you're supposed to do. Just get right back to it. DeSatko. And Jorth got it past her down in the corner. She's just been She's not only played well, but she's been a real calming force back there on the back line
Yeah,
today.
she's definitely been solid, keeping the ball once she wins it as well.
And now Ulfa's daughter has it, and she's got Rhodes. Now Strickland and Ulfa's daughter trying to fill.
Too big of a touch.
Both teams seem to be doing a nice job defensively. Seem to be doing a nice job in the mid. But both clubs, I think, have gotten a bit bunched up when they've gotten into the final third.
Yeah, I think they've been forcing it a little bit in some instances, and they just need to pick and choose their moments.
O'Rear trying to poke it through. And I believe Henschler deflected that off somebody, so let's see. So Sam Gutunis checks in. But here's a look at the 2 goals, Gretchen.
Once again, that touch from Addie Joyner. Great finish. Not much a goalkeeper can do. And then great ball in from Wolfer's daughter for Jordan Rose to put her head on it.
Just placed that so perfectly that even though Coriel got a hand on it, she couldn't stop it.
Looks like Ella Kane will check in.
So Sam Gutunis checks in, as we said, for Valpo. Ella Kane checks in for Sophia Caruso. And Peyton Robertson, who started this game, back in for Maya Lacanato. So I think with the physicality of this game, Troy Fabiano is maybe trying to match that physicality by bringing in a bigger lineup. Henschler trying to play it out of the back. Strickland trying to turn and not having any success. And then she gets rolled up on the back leg. That's O'Rear. So the referee was back there talking to O'Rear, who committed the foul. He did not stop the clock, and that's, you've heard UK head coach Troy Fabiano say, if you're going to have a conversation, stop the clock. As we are now 69 minutes in. There's O'Rear with the battle against Robertson. Nice switch of the field. And that was a nice step in defensively by Norfolk. So 21, Lauren Cook checks back in for Valpo. 35, Marie Castaldo checks in
For Hoytnick.
As both coaches know that these heavy legs are starting to take their toll.
Looks like that'll be a corner.
And so let's see who's going to take it.
Looks like Phil Potts again.
Corner kick for Kentucky.
Seems only natural.
Wildcats number 24, Grace Philpott.
And so Rhodes, the person you're always looking for. Alpha's daughter there as well. Robertson, a big target back in there. No, what a pretty ball.
Coriel again.
She's out and out of position. Now, listen, she can do all that, but when she comes out like that, she's got to battle back between people, including her own defenders.
Yeah, getting reset as a keeper can be tough.
Young couldn't win it in the air. And that's going to be a foul against Alpha's daughter. There's another foul. And O'Rear has battled hard. And she has gotten rolled up on a couple of different times. Like I said, I think some of these fouls have been tactical.
Yep.
None of them have been like bad or anything, I don't think. But I really think the biggest part of it now is that both teams continue attacking and these legs are just awfully, awfully tired.
It's definitely a result of fatigue.
Henschler went up and got it. See, that's O'Rear right there. So she took a step. She tried to get that ball back. She couldn't do it, lost her balance, and then fell in to a Kentucky
And as we
player.
get later and later into the second half, you'll see more of those.
Wildcats trying to create. Castaldo. And played back to the keeper by Norfolk. There's another foul. That's just Castaldo whistled for it. I believe that's 12 now for the Wildcats and 11 for Valpo.
Good win by Ella Kane.
Boy, and there's Strickland. Just a step late on a ball she probably believed she could get to. Rhodes with a really nice touch, trying to settle that ball and get an attack going. Now Alpha's daughter will have it in the far corner. Is there somebody she can find? Nobody home.
Yeah, she didn't have a target in the box.
I think the gas tank is just empty for both of these teams right now. And can somebody find a way in these last 16 minutes to get one across the line? Strickland double team.
Another one on Strickland.
And I mean, that's one of those plays. I don't know if you give a card or not. I don't know if that is on the turf or what, but I mean, that's a dangerous play. I mean, her legs went out behind her and she hit her head. Abby White going to get whistled for that one. I mean, watch this. She goes down to the end line.
Yeah, she's definitely taken some hard fouls today.
So this is a really unusual position for this kind of kick, right?
Probably treat it like a corner.
Great touch. Henschler couldn't cut up and get it, but the Cats maintain possession. Little chip to the box. And another foul, and that one is going to go against the Wildcats. Is that Jorth? It is.
Yeah, it looks like she was a little late on that.
There's what you were talking about in terms of timing that jump.
Yep.
Henschler certainly had enough ups, but couldn't time it and get her head on it. Castaldo. Olfa's daughter couldn't control it. Now, Troy Fabiano sensing that fatigue, set to come back with 3 sets of fresh legs. Rhodes let it go through. Lake gets it back. Excuse me, Ella Kane.
Once again, good 1v1 defending from Nicole Norfolk.
Substitution.
So 3 Wildcats. Lockignato comes back in, as does Caitlin Fishnick. And 25, Claudia Najera checks in. Strickland, Rhodes, and Kane go out.
And number 19, Dana Fish comes in.
I'm going to guess. That Troy Fabiano is trying to give that trio 5 minutes or so, as we've now got about 13 left to play.
Yeah, I would say you're right.
Ball's loose. Fishnick couldn't get to it. And now Valpo trying to bust out the other way, but nicely done back there by Josephson.
Kentucky's had the majority of the ball and chances in the second half, but Valpo's been pretty strong defensively.
I'm trying to think back whether they had the one really good chance, though. Wildcats throwing in. And now they'll get a corner. And this will be Olfa's daughter who will take it. Again, now even bigger lineup. Robertson, Fishnick, Henschler. Rhodes not in there, though. And then the 4th person will be Jorth coming in from the defensive end. Robertson at the top of the box with Henschler. Phil Potts will let one go. What a great save by Coryell. I love the shot by Phil Potts, but you got to be even more impressed with that save from the 3-time MVC Keeper of the Year. Phil Potts will now take the corner from here on the near side. I love her decision making. I love the way she lets it go.
She took a great first touch, and that was a great finish. Great save.
And there you see the corners now. Let's see if she can deliver a ball. They go short this time, and they're going to. I thought they were going to go back to her and let her just let another one loose.
Let's take a look at this again. Good first touch. Finish, but what a save.
Wow. And she just tried to set the defense up a little bit, drew them over to that far side, and then came back. And the only person who could stop that one was Coryell, who made a sensational save, her 3rd of the day. Phil Potts with it again. That one may not have been a great choice, but I like the fact that the defense has to honor it. Under 10 minutes to play now. One first half goal by each team. And we are still tied at 1. So Strickland and Rhodes set to check back in for the final push. Valpo throws it in and the Wildcat defense takes it away. And now that ball off of Fish will allow Rhodes and Strickland to check back in.
Substitutions for Kentucky. Checking in.
Fishnick goes out. And Najera goes out. And as I look downstairs, I see that 29, Sophia Caruso, set to check back in as well. There's Caruso. Nicely one in the air. And a nice give back to Castaldo from Strickland.
Looks like number 23, Allie Anderson, will take this one again.
Clock continues to move. Now 7 minutes to play as Anderson hits it. And Henschler punches it out. Strickland's pressure gets the block. And they play on. And there is Lacagnato, who goes down, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to be another card.
It's a good dangerous ball in by Jordan Rhodes, and good run by Lacagnato. And a red card for Allie Anderson.
Boy, and she is not happy about it. So why would there be a red there? Because it was a clear breakaway, or help me out here?
Was she already on a yellow?
Let's see.
We'll look at this one again.
No, she was.
She was the last defender.
Red card
That's why.
denied a goal-scoring chance.
Yep, last defender.
5 yellow cards on Valpo players, 1 on the coach, and now a red card on Annie Anderson. And so you've got both Young and Philpotts back there. I'd be shocked if Philpotts didn't hit this, as the clock remains stopped at the 83-19 mark. She going to take one herself.
Sophia Caruso will check in.
Substitution for Kentucky. Checking in number 29, Sophia Caruso, replacing number 40, Peyton Robertson.
So Peyton Robertson comes out, and Sophia Caruso comes in. And so the Wildcats now trying to break this 1-1 tie in the final 6 minutes.
With a man up.
With a man advantage. Great win in the air by Strickland. Let's see if she can turn the corner. Nice play right there. That's a great tackle by Daisy Boardman. That ball on the inline did not cross. Wow. That's Anna Young who was right there. And it's hard to believe, but Coryell has been even better than advertised.
Yeah, she's made a couple of key saves, come out at the right times.
That one is technically not a save, but it should be. Wildcats applying the pressure, and that's Phil Potts who took it away. Thing about it, help me out. You've got to be quick, but not in a hurry. You can't press it too much, even when you have the one-person advantage, right?
Yeah, I don't want to force it for sure, but definitely want to use that opportunity to put some pressure on the defense.
We're now under 5 minutes to play. Cats and the Beacons all tied at 1. Henschler tries to center.
Good tackle by George.
The place I would really think that the one-man advantage might come into play is if you got a corner.
For sure. And defensively are under less pressure.
And the clock keeps ticking. And now less than 4 minutes to play. Lacagnato to Castaldo. Pointer just getting stuck in the mid.
Good ball out to Ulfersdottir.
Caruso, Ulfa's daughter. Can she touch it one time and cut one loose? Toward the middle. Ball still loose. And you had a defender and an offensive player laying on it. Coryell went and got it, and I like her sportsmanship there. Boy, what a classy player she is. Phil Potts gets it as we're coming up on the 3-minute mark left in this one. Strickland. And that ball's booted out of bounds, and the Cats looking to quickly put it in play.
Yeah, now is Kentucky's chance to send numbers forward.
Phil Potts again trying to deliver it to Rhodes. Caruso to Castaldo.
Got numbers in the box.
Here's Rhodes. Couldn't get anything on it. This is just one of those games. Anybody that has been involved with soccer for a long period of time knows it, right?
Yep.
Kentucky has outshot Valpo 15-1. And here we are, coming up on 2 minutes left to play in a 1-1 battle. Lacagnato will throw it in. Here's Strickland, and that is another great tackle. Once again, that's Boardman. And she's just gotten it out. She just beat her to that 50-50 ball.
Looks like Will Phil Potts in this corner again.
Okay, so you've got a man advantage. What's important on this particular set piece?
I don't think much changes. I just think you got to be ruthless in the box. You got to want to win that ball.
Rhodes is there, so is Jorth, so is Henschler. Goes to the back post. And just left. And was that Rhodes?
That was Rhodes again.
Once again, she finds a way to get it.
Good ball into the back post.
1 minute remaining.
She's got an ability to use her teammates, to use them as a screen.
Yep.
And to get herself free on those plays. But we're down inside the final minute. Castaldo able to turn. Can the Cats mount one more chance?
Out to Phil Potts.
And if they can Coryell make one more save? There's Rhodes! And she was defended nicely that time by Addie Joyner. give this Valpo team credit. They have come in here and they have battled.
Yeah, they've been very defensively focused this second half for sure.
10, 9,
John Maravich,
7, 6,
nobody likes the whole tie thing, right? But he can feel really good about that.
2, 1.
And this one was a battle.
That is the end of the match. Your final score, Kentucky 1, Valparaiso 1.